Imagine this, 2 K-dramas premiere around the same time. 1. Love Scout hooks audiences from the very first episode, climbing to an impressive 11.4% viewership rating by its halfway mark. The other, When the Stars Gossip, starts with sky-high expectations but tumbles to a disheartening 1.8%, leaving fans scratching their heads. It's the story of 2 dramas, one soaring, the other floundering. But what went wrong? Today, we're diving into the key ingredients that made Love Scout a runaway success and dissecting why When the Stars Gossip fell flat, despite its eye-popping 50 billion Korean won's budget. Was it the story? The cast? Or something more subtle? Stick with us as we unravel the highs and lows of these 2 headline-grabbing K-dramas. When Love Scout premiered with a modest 5.2% viewership rating, I didn't think much of it. But wow, it didn't take long to win people over, including me. Just a few episodes in, it soared to an impressive 11.4%, and it's absolutely dominating among viewers aged 20 to 49. Honestly, it's not hard to see why. There's something about this workplace romance that just clicks. Here's the thing about Love Scout, it doesn't feel like your typical office romance. Kang Ji-yoon, played by the always amazing Han Ji-min, is this no-nonsense CEO in the cutthroat world of headhunting. She's confident, unapologetically independent, and has ridiculously high standards. Then there's her secretary, Yoon-ho, played by Lee Jun-hyuk. He's warm, dependable, and get this, a single dad trying to balance work, parenting, and life. How often do we see that in a male lead? What makes their dynamic so special is that it flips the usual trope. Ji-yoon isn't the charming CEO sweeping her diligent assistant off his feet. It's about 2 very different people learning to challenge and complement each other. Their chemistry feels raw and real, and honestly, it's refreshing to watch a romance where the leads grow emotionally without leaning on tired clichés. One of the best things about Love Scout is its simplicity. You'll see comments like, "The romance progression is perfect, not too slow, not too fast," and, "Finally, a G-rated romance without the unnecessary drama." And they're spot on. The show focuses on the emotional connection between Ji-yoon and Eun-ho, keeping things grounded without throwing in random exes or evil parents to spice things up. The lush, green flag of the characters and understated storytelling just add to the charm. One fan nailed it when they said, "Sometimes, simplicity and authenticity are what make a drama unforgettable." I couldn't agree more. Ji-yoon is the kind of character who sticks with you. She's a perfectionist, sure, but she's also vulnerable in ways that feel so real. Her coffee has to be the perfect temperature, her papers have to be perfectly stapled, but she's also battling insomnia and a past that's clearly left its mark. You can't help but want her to find some peace. And then there's Eun-ho. If you're not rooting for him, are you even watching the same drama? Despite facing so many challenges, including discrimination at work, he stays devoted to his daughter and his job. Lee Jun-hyuk's performance is so subtle yet so powerful, it's no wonder he's becoming a standout in the romance genre. One of the things I love most about Love Scout is how it challenges traditional gender roles. Ji-yoon is the career-driven powerhouse, while Eun-ho redefines masculinity by showing that nurturing and empathy are strengths. It's such a fresh perspective, and it's a reminder that relationships and life don't have to follow outdated rules. So, what's the secret to Love Scout's success? It's heartfelt performances, relatable struggles, and a story that just feels real. It's a drama that doesn't try to do too much, and that's its greatest strength. People are already calling it one of the most satisfying romances of the year, and honestly, I'm right there with them. As we follow Ji-yoon and Eun-ho's journey, I can't wait to see where this story takes us. Will Eun-ho bring some peace to Ji-yoon's chaotic life? Or will Ji-yoon inspire Eun-ho to take some risks? Either way, Love Scout is proving that sometimes, simplicity is the key to telling a truly unforgettable story. When the Stars Gossip premiered, I was intrigued, weren't we all? A 50 billion Korean won's KRW budget, around $34.1 million USD, stunning CGI, and Korea's first ever space station K-drama? It sounded like a game changer. The opening episode even had a respectable 3.3% viewership rating, climbing to 3.9% by episode 2. But here we are, only a few episodes later, and the ratings have dropped to a shocking 1.8%. So, what happened? On paper, when the stars gossip had everything, a star-studded cast, Lee Min-ho and Gong Hyo-jin? Yes, please, jaw-dropping production values, and a unique mix of sci-fi, rom-com, and workplace drama. It sounded like the perfect recipe for success. But here's the problem, what works in theory doesn't always translate on screen. Marketing the show as a zero-gravity space station K-drama was bold, but it seems like the niche concept alienated more viewers than it captivated. Don't get me wrong, I respect the ambition, but the execution? It's not landing. One critic put it best, what use is innovation if it fails to capture the audience's attention? Okay, we have to talk about this. When the stars gossip has been raising eyebrows, and not in a good way, because of its overuse of sex scenes. A lot of them feel forced and frankly out of place. The bizarre fruit fly mating scene in space? Discussions about sperm and uteruses? I'm all for creative storytelling, but this feels more like a distraction than anything meaningful. And the romance? It's just not hitting the mark. Viewers are saying things like, this isn't romance, it's blatant cheating, and I kind of agree. The emotional depth isn't there, and the rushed development leaves you feeling disconnected. It's chaotic instead of compelling. Then there's the storytelling. Some of the plot twists and character decisions make you go, wait, what? For example, the rushed confession at the end of episode 4 felt completely out of nowhere. A lot of fans are struggling to stay invested because the pacing is so inconsistent. One comment I read really sums it up. I just can't wrap my head around how rushed and unrealistic this feels. Super disappointed. Now, credit where it's due, the visuals are stunning. The space station, the special effects, all of it is chef's kiss. But here's the thing, amazing CGI doesn't make up for weak storytelling. One viewer nailed it when they said, did someone forget to pay the writer a handsome sum? It's frustrating because you can see the potential, but it feels like they put all their energy into the aesthetics and forgot to ground the story. At the end of the day, when the stars gossip is struggling because it's just not connecting emotionally. While other shows like Love Scout and The Tale of Lady OK are thriving with relatable characters and grounded storytelling, this drama feels out of touch. It's trying to do too much without giving the audience a reason to care. The show's underperformance is disappointing for viewers, but it's also a huge blow to CJENM, the production company. Reports suggest the flop is even affecting their stock prices. It's a reminder that big budgets and big names alone don't guarantee success. Honestly, I hope when the stars gossip can turn things around in the second half. I'm a huge fan of both lead actors, especially Gong Hyo-jin, ever since It's Okay, That's Love, one of my all-time favorite romances. She's such a talent, and I want this project to succeed for her sake. But as it stands, the drama is a cautionary tale. Ambition is great, but it needs balance. Viewers will always prioritize a good story over shiny packaging. Let's see if When the Stars Gossip can find its footing and give us the show we all hoped it would be. Ever wonder why Love Scout is stealing hearts while When the Stars Gossip is struggling to find its footing? Let's break it down and see what makes one drama a winner and the other, well, not quite. Here's the thing about Love Scout, it knows exactly what it's doing. The drama thrives on its universal appeal, romantic, relatable, and emotionally grounded. It's got that timeless charm, with a driven CEO and her sweet, caring assistant navigating life and love. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, and that's okay because it perfects what we love about romance dramas. Meanwhile, When the Stars Gossip is trying to do something completely new, and maybe a little too new. A space station rom-com? It's ambitious, I'll give it that. But the niche concept, blending sci-fi, romance, and workplace drama, feels more confusing than intriguing for many viewers. Ambition is great, but if there's no emotional core, it's hard to connect. The magic of Love Scout is in its balance. The story flows naturally, no filler, no unnecessary drama. Every episode feels purposeful, with a satisfying romance arc that builds tension just right before delivering the payoff. It's consistent, polished, and makes you want to keep watching. This is where When the Stars Gossip falters. The storytelling feels cluttered, like it's trying to juggle too many things at once: romance, scientific jargon, bizarre sex-related subplots, random humor, you name it. It's a lot. And instead of pulling you in, these distractions push you out. Fans are left wondering, what's the point of all this? From the beginning, Love Scout knew its audience. It promised lighthearted, heartwarming romance, and that's exactly what it delivers. The characters are relatable, the pacing is steady, and there are no overcomplicated twists to lose you along the way. Watching Love Scout feels like a safe, enjoyable escape. In contrast, When the Stars Gossip came in with massive expectations. A 50 billion Korean wons KRW budget, stunning CGI, and a first-of-its-kind concept set the bar sky-high. But instead of giving us an emotional anchor, it leaned too hard on visuals and weird subplots. The result? Viewers feel disconnected, disappointed, and honestly, a little let down. At the end of the day, Love Scout knows what viewers want: a fun, engaging romance with characters you can root for. It's simple, heartfelt, and authentic, a drama that doesn't try to overdo it. When the Stars Gossip, on the other hand, tried to be groundbreaking but lost sight of the basics: a good story and relatable characters. It's a reminder that innovation isn't enough if you can't make your audience care. Sometimes, less really is more. And Love Scout is proof that heartfelt storytelling will always outshine even the most extravagant productions. The stark contrast between the success of Love Scout and the struggles of When the Stars Gossip isn't just about these two dramas. It's a deeper reflection of what audiences are really looking for. One sticks to a solid foundation, while the other takes big risks that don't quite pay off. Let's dive in. Love Scout is a shining example of how to get it right. Its success lies in three simple things: heartfelt storytelling, relatable characters, and emotional authenticity. Instead of trying to reinvent the genre, it focuses on delivering a story viewers genuinely care about. Here's what works so well: relatable tropes, freshly told, a workplace romance with modern gender dynamics. It feels familiar yet refreshing. Perfect pacing, the story takes its time but never drags, keeping viewers hooked without overwhelming them. Emotional payoff, every interaction between the leads feels earned, and their chemistry makes you root for them. By keeping things simple and grounded, Love Scout creates a viewing experience that's both satisfying and memorable. It's no surprise audiences are flocking to it. On the flip side, we have When the Stars Gossip. This drama had big ideas, a sci-fi rom-com on a space station with a massive 50 billion Korean wons KRW budget, but it's proof that ambition doesn't always equal success. Here's where things went wrong. Who's it for? The concept was too niche. A sci-fi rom-com is already a tough sell, but the experimental tone made it hard for viewers to connect. Too much going on, between the romance, scientific jargon, bizarre subplots, and misplaced humor, the narrative lost focus. Big budget, big expectations. When you spend that much money, people expect results. And when you don't deliver, the backlash is that much louder. It's a cautionary tale about how even the most exciting ideas can fall flat without a strong story to hold it all together. One of When the Stars Gossip's biggest challenges was being too niche in an industry driven by mainstream appeal. Sci-fi rom-coms aren't common in K-dramas, and that's a double-edged sword. It's unique, but it's also risky. Here's why that didn't work: accessibility matters. Viewers unfamiliar with sci-fi found the setting alienating. The heavy focus on space and science left many feeling disconnected. No emotional grounding. The flashy visuals couldn't make up for the lack of relatable characters and emotional depth. But here's the thing: being niche doesn't have to mean failure. Crash Landing on You is proof that you can blend unique elements with strong storytelling and still win over a broad audience. The key is balance. These two dramas highlight some clear trends. Emotion trumps everything. No matter how innovative or visually stunning a drama is, if viewers don't feel connected to the characters, it won't work. Simplicity wins hearts, In an age of overcomplicated plots and high-budget productions, audiences still crave straightforward, well-told stories. For producers, the lesson is clear: groundbreaking ideas are great, but they need a solid narrative to back them up. Innovation without accessibility is a gamble, and it doesn't always pay off. For viewers, these contrasting performances remind us of the magic of good storytelling. While some might enjoy experimental dramas, most of us just want a story that delivers what it promises. Love Scout proves that keeping it simple, authentic, and emotionally resonant is a recipe for success. Meanwhile, When the Stars gossip serves as a reminder that big budgets and bold concepts can't make up for a lack of focus and connection. At the end of the day, it's not about how flashy or groundbreaking a drama is, it's about how it makes us feel. And Love Scout delivers exactly what viewers want, a story that warms the heart and leaves us wanting more. Love Scout proves that relatable storytelling, strong cast chemistry, consistent pacing, and high production quality can create a massive hit. When the Stars gossip highlights how even a massive budget and ambitious marketing campaign can't save a drama with weak execution and niche appeal. At the heart of every successful K-drama is a story that resonates with its audience. No amount of flashy innovation or big-name production can replace the connection viewers feel with well-developed characters and relatable themes. Love Scout thrived because it gave audiences what they wanted: a feel-good, romantic escape. Meanwhile, When the Stars gossip serves as a reminder that chasing too many bold ideas without anchoring them in accessible storytelling is a risky gamble. What's your take on these two dramas? Are you Team Love Scout, or do you think When the Stars gossip deserved more love? Share your thoughts in the comments.